All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Augustus Peter Alexakis.
May it please the court, I move that Augustus Peter Alexakis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Augustus Peter Alexakis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anmol Aya.
May it please the court, I move that Anmol Arya be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anmol Arya be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Liam Lloyd Sunky Broderick.
May it please the court, I move that Liam Lloyd Sunky Broderick be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Liam Lloyd Sunky Broderick be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Cynthia Angela Buthapati.
May it please the court, I move that Cynthia Angela Buthapati be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Cynthia Angela Buthapati be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Amna Ayaz Butt.
May it please the court, I move that Amna Ayaz Butt be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Amna Ayaz Butt be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Maria Andrea Cannon Mahia.
May it please the court, I move that Maria Andrea Cannon Mejia be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Maria Andrea Cannon Mejia be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tom William Catanzariti.
May it please the court, I move that my nephew Tom William Catanzariti be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Tom William Catanzariti be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yin Pan Chan.
May it please the court, I move that Yin Pan Chan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Yin Pan Chan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Weng Zin Sharon Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Wen Sharon Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Weng Jin Sharon Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Janye Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Janye Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
That
court.
Janye Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samantha Angela Chung.
May it please the court that I move that Samantha Angela Chung be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Samantha Angela Chung be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ling Li Chong.
May it please the court, I move that Ling Li Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ling Li Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Yun Yi Chow.
May it please the court, I move that Emily Yun Yi Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Yun Yi Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lainey Ellen Cook.
May it please the court, I move that Lainey Ellen Cook be moved as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lainey Ellen Cook be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Madison Louise Copeland.
May it please the court, I move that Madison Louise Copeland be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Madison Louise Copeland be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Liam Patrick Denver.
May it please the court, I move that my son Liam Patrick Denver be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Liam Patrick Denver be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Murmurs Derisavi Jofian.
May it please the court, I move that Mernaz Derisavi Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mernaz Dersavi Jofian be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jing Yi Duan.
May it please the court, I move that Jing Yi Duan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
Let Jing
court.
Yi Duan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Matthew Duff.
May it please the court, I move that James Matthew Duff be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That James Matthew Duff be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jessica Esser,
May it please the court, I move that Jessica Esser be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
That
court.
Jessica Esser be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicholas Duca Franco,
May it please the court, I move that my husband, Nicholas Franco, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicholas Duque Franco be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily May Pamela Gollage,
May it please the court, I move that Emily May Pamela Gollage be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily May Pamela Gollage be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Edward Hassett,
May it please the court, I move that James Edward Hassett be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let James Edward Hassett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sandra Healy,
May it please the court, I move that Sandra Healy be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sandra Healy be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Wai Ming Hong,
May it please the court, I move that Wai Ming Hong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Wai Ming Hong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lara Frances Hoy,
May it please the court, I move that Lara Frances Hoy be admitted as lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lara Frances Hoy be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nados Baru Humphrey,
May it please the court, I move that Nardos Baru Humphrey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nardos Baru Humphrey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anthony Carl Huxtable,
May it please the court, I move that Anthony Carl Huxtable be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anthony Carl Huxtable be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anissa Claire Jason,
May it please the court, I move that Anissa Claire Jason be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anissa Claire Jason be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shanez Khalil,
May it please the court, I move that Shanaz Khalil be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shanaz Khalil be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yoav Mark Lewis,
May it please the court, I move that Yoav Mark Lewis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yoav Mark Lewis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Pepe Lee,
May it please the court, I move that Pepe Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Pepe Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jessica Emily Mason,
May it please the court, I move that Jessica Emily Machen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jessica Emily Mason be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sharanka Bernadine Diaz Madanayaki,
May it please the court, I move that Sharanka Bernadine Diaz Madara-Yankee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sharanka Bernadine Diaz Madananaki be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claire Yvonne Martin,
May it please the court, I move that Claire Yvonne Martin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claire Yvonne Martin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tiana Ann Mead,
May it please the court, I move that Tiana Ann Mead be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tiana Ann Mead be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Boris Novoselov,
Please the court, I move that Boris Novoselov be admitted as lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Boris Novoselov be admitted. Novoselov be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hussein Osili,
May it please the court, I move that Hussein Oseli be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hussein Osili be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bona Park,
May it please the court, I move that Berna Park be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Bona Park be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Megan Pashalis,
May it please the court, I move that my niece Megan Pashalis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Megan Pashalis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zeke Crow,
May it please the court, I move that Zi Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zi Quao be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rahal Rahal,
May it please the court, I move that Rahal Rahal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rahal Rahal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Syed Turab Raza,
May it please the court, I move that my brother Syed Turab Raza be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Syed Turab Raza be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Pooja Ashok Kumar Singh,
May it please the court, I move that Pooja Ashok Kumar Singh be admitted as the lawyer of this honorable court.
That Pooja Ashok Kumar Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kritama Singla.
May it please the court, I move that Kritama Singla be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Kritama Singla be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kaylee Schmidt.
May it please the court, I move that Kaylee Smith be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Carly Schmidt be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Luke Peter Francis Shadwowski.
May it please the court, I move that Luke Peter Francis Chudwowski be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Luke Peter Francis Shadowski be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Wan Yung Tam.
May it please the court, I move that Wan Yung Tam be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Wan Yung Tam be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rima Upadhyay Taka.
May it please the court, I move that Rima Upadhyay Thakur be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rima Upajay Tucker be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandra Claire Bow Tibby.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandra Claire Bauer Tibby be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Alexandra Claire Bauer Tibby be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicholas Arthur Sortzes.
May it please the court, I move that Nicholas Arthur Zortzis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Nicholas Arthur Sortzis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yanni Malcolm Van Gelder.
May it please the court, I move that Yanni Malcolm Van Gelder be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Yanni Malcolm Van Gelder be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Luke Clark Wallace.
May it please the court, I move that Luke Clark Wallace be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Luke Clark Wallace be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Edward Hugh Wiggins.
May it please the court, I move that Edward Hugh Wiggins be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Edward Hugh Wiggins be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Thomas Charles Windia.
May it please the court, I move that Thomas Charles Windia be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Thomas Charles Windia be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Annie Shao.
May it please the court, I move that Annie Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Annie Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rana Osama Ahmed Yassin.
May it please the court, I move that Rana Osama Ahmed Yassin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rana Osama Ahmed Yassin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rowena Young.
May it please the court, I move that Rowena Young be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rowena Young be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hoi Ying Yuan.
May it please the court, I move that Ho Ying Yuan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Hoi Ying Yuan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Adam Tianyi Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that Adam Tianyi Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Adam Chanyi Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to, when and as directed, stand for the purposes of swearing an oath or making a declaration and affirmation. So please stand as directed by the officiating officer.
Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand? Augustus Peter Alexakis, Anmol Arya, Liam Lloyd Sankey Broderick, Cynthia Angela Butapati, Amna Ayaz Butt, Maria Andrea Cannon Mia, Tom William Catanzariti, Yin Pan Chan, Weng Yin Shan Chen, Yan Yi Chen, Samantha Angela Chung, Ling Li Chong, Emily Yen Yi Chow, Lainey Ellen Cook, Madison Louise Copeland, Liam Patrick Denver. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, so help me God, or I do?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand? Mernaz Derasavi Jofian, Jingyi Duan, James Matthew Duff, Jessica Esser, Nicholas Duca Franco, Emily May Pamela Gollidge, James Edward Hassett, Sandra Healy, Wai Ming Hong, Lara Francis Hoy, Nados Baru Humphrey, Anthony Carl Huxtable, Anissa Claire Jason, Shanaz Khalil, Yoav Mark Lewis, Pepe Lee, Jessica Emily Mason, Sharanka Bernadine Diaz Madanayaki, Claire Yvonne Martin, and Tiana Ann Maid. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could the row in front of me please stand? Boris Novoselov, Hussein Osaleh, Bona Park, Megan Pashalis, Zizu, Rahal, Syed Turab Raza, Pooja Ashok Kumar Singh, Kritima Singla, Kaylee Schmidt, Luke Peter Francis Sadowski. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the two rows to my left please stand? Wan Yung Tam, Rima Apajay Taka, Alexandra Claire Bao Tibby, Nicholas Arthur Tsortzis, Yanni Malcolm Van Gelder, Luke Clark Wallace, Edward Hugh Wiggins, Thomas Charles Windia, Annie Xiao, Rana Osama Ahmed Yashin, Rowena Young, Hoi Ying Yuan, and Adam Tianyi Zhu. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench this morning, to my right, Justice Maher, the Senior Appellate Judge in the Court of Appeal, and to my left, Justice Stern, also a Judge of the New South Wales Court of Appeal. Together we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you, the newly admitted lawyers, to practice this morning. And we have done so sitting in this court, which rests on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. And the court pays its most sincere respects to elders, past and present, and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for great celebration. We up here know how hard you all have worked to get here. It's a memory, I can tell you, that never really leaves you, and it continues. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, I'm sure the support of your family and friends has been invaluable on the journey thus far. No doubt some, maybe all of them, have been on the receiving end of your finely polished or emerging skills of argument and persuasion, and I encourage you to take time to thank them this morning. Depending on how good an advocate you have become, you might even convince them to shout you to a long and civilised lunch or dinner to celebrate the occasion. Now, in being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you, of course, join what is an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of lawyers or advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice dating back as far as the 12th century. This court first admitted lawyers in 1824, nearly 200 years ago, and by 1830 the names of lawyers were entered onto the rolls in this state, as you will do immediately after this ceremony. Next May, this court, the court to which you have just been admitted, celebrates its 200th anniversary. It is, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing courts in the world. That is something of which we, and I hope now you, are immensely proud. This ceremony is attended by unique formalities, including the fact that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the profession, and that you have each made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers and before senior judges of the court. They and we are all therefore witnesses to the serious promises and undertakings you have made this morning. In terms of tradition and formality, you will see from the portraits of former Chief Justices around the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases I have to say literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. We do not wear them because they are particularly comfortable, which they are not. We do so because symbolically they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. As to continuity of the rule of law, which these robes symbolise, in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty and terrible unrest, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply a phrase of some theoretical import or point of academic discussion. The rule of law, at its simplest, is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. We know, looking around the globe, that there is nothing theoretical about those threats to democratic society. Now, the law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. Whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, in a Crown Law Office, as a prosecutor for the Aboriginal Legal Service, for the legal aid, or for a government department or agency, or indeed in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. We've seen in recent years, hastened by the pandemic, a rapid shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, which has contributed to some reduction in costs and logistical difficulties for some litigants, as well as delivering greater workplace flexibility, especially for practitioners with family responsibilities and in regional and remote communities. But while the use of technology offers a number of distinct advantages, the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. The practice of the law is best performed in person. There have, of course, been other important changes in our profession that deserve attention in addition to those brought about or hastened by the pandemic. The composition of the profession is increasingly diverse, not only in terms of gender, but also in terms of its diversity. In terms of gender, the profession has changed quite dramatically. In New South Wales, women were originally not even permitted to practice until 1918, and even then it took many, many decades for women to emerge as significant players in the legal profession. but since 2018, women have made up more than half of all solicitors with a practicing certificate in New South Wales and currently make up more than 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 35. Some of the most important positions in the law in Australia are held by distinguished female lawyers, including the current Chief Justice of the Federal Court and the Chief Justices of the Supreme Courts of Victoria, Queensland and the ACT, and Justice Julie Ward is the President of the New South Wales Court of Appeal. Further, the state's Director of Public Prosecution and Senior Public Defender and the Presidents of the New South Wales Bar Association and the Law Society of New South Wales are also distinguished female practitioners. There should also be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of and understanding our broader community. The admissions ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge almost 5 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and of the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn builds trust in and respect for both the judiciary and the legal profession. So let me now offer a little bit of, I hope, helpful professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you will often need to confront difficult ethical situations and make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and the administration of justice. And I hasten to add that applies whether you are practicing in court as a litigator or in a non-litigious framework. The duties apply irrespective of the context. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We would all be kidding ourselves if we thought we were free from making mistakes. We all make mistakes from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise young lawyers not to make is to fall into the practice of giving your clients the advice you think they want to hear. That will almost certainly not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. As lawyers, you need to be independent thinking, think critically, and offer courageous advice. Being a lawyer means that you are an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator sometimes, and sometimes an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you are not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but law as it applies to people's lives. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, health, family, or financial position. For these reasons, you must always strive to deliver legal services not only competently and fearlessly, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. In this context, I wish to emphasise the importance of civility. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. The practice of the law can be stressful and demanding enough without personal animus or antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as it regrettably sometimes does. It is essential that you strive to maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession which is not indifferent to a business. And remember this, the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. For a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible or difficult to understand. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, sometimes by deciphering legal complexity, other times by deciphering poor legal drafting, and sometimes by simply getting to the bottom of a messy factual situation and explaining it to your client in its proper legal framework. So strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your speaking. To do so ultimately facilitates access to justice. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both extremely important, something of which we have become far more aware now than previously. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. You must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it, as frankly we all have, and I dare say still do from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession, and in this context I'm now going to call upon two young representatives, one from the New South Wales Bar Association and one from the Law Society, to offer a few brief words of welcome to the new lawyers. Ms Sims, do you move?
May it please the court. My name's Lauren Sims. I was admitted to practice in this court in 2006. I practiced as a solicitor for 12 years, and then 3 years ago I was called to the bar. I practiced predominantly in planning and environmental law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job, and then it allows me to give expert advice to and represent people in court and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you're interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website, and each year there is a Career in the Bar open day. In your first year of practice at the bar as a reader, you receive particular assistance from two barristers of at least 7 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you'll receive is not limited to those two barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is a professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a new barristers committee, which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5 year barristers like me, and a diversity and equality committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association to attract the best people to become barristers regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status or sexual preference. Whether as a lawyer or barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist the community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. Please, court.
Mr. Olivia Irvin, on behalf of the Law Society of New South Wales.
May it please the court. My name is Olivia Irvin and I am the president of New South Wales Young Lawyers, and not so long ago I stood where you are standing today. Figuratively, that is, I was actually admitted during lockdown, meaning my experience was entirely online, but wherever your ceremony is held, it is a truly memorable occasion. You are here being admitted in the Supreme Court as the final step of your years-long, diligent, and sometimes arduous journey. I hope each of you are immensely proud of what you have achieved. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect, and it was not always easy and, in fact, was often overwhelming. As I stand here today, after almost 3 years working as a lawyer, I am very happy to report that I've learned much more and grown much more in the time since my admission than I would have imagined back in 2020. One of the most important things that I have learned is the value of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and diverse community, and one to which each of you now belongs as well. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home to that community. With our 30,000 members across the state, we are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to communities and uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, I have found that belonging to a strong network of peers has been crucial. And that is why I have been part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers branch for 4 years. Here I have found inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it, opportunities for advocacy which made significant impact on considerable legal issues, as well as inspiration. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you can access professional support, events, a wide range of professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and a connection to the broader legal community. It is our role as the Law Society to ensure that each of you, as newly minted solicitors, can thrive in your new profession. So congratulations again. Please reach out to us or speak to your employer, and we look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community. May it please the Court.
Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, it's challenging and satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent and dynamic, committed people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer and of your achievements to date and of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community, and you are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. So on behalf of Justice Maher, Justice Stern, and indeed all our colleagues in the Supreme Court of New South Wales, I once again congratulate you on your admission this morning and welcome you to the legal profession. The Court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.